Some years ago, a friend gave me a volume which was very interesting. It was from the pen of Monsignor Ottavio Michelini. He was somebody who had, it would seem, communications from the Lord and was respected as a very holy priest. And it would seem that these words were given to him by the Divine Master himself, which I thought were worth meditating upon and retaining for their value for each soul, for it hits hard at what is the root cause of the situation that we're in. The exact quote is this: La crisi di fede è tutt'una con la mancanza di vita interiore. Crisis in faith is one and the same with lack of interior life. Senza vita interiore non vi è capacità di agire. Without interior life, there is no capacity to act. And then it goes on, mancanza di vita interiore e mancanza di vita di grazia. And it concludes, chi non vive nulla può fare. Lack of interior life is lack of a life of grace. He who does not live can do nothing. People lament that things went wrong, for instance in the liturgical sphere, in the years following the Second Vatican Council, and blame that council for the same. They blame, for instance, the rite for what has followed. Actually, the problem there is misplaced. The problem is on this level of which this communication speaks. And remember, this came in 1976, this particular communication, and it's valid for our time. For to go in the way that the Holy Spirit wanted, the reform had to presume one thing, and alas, it could not be presumed, as it turned out, its interiority. Why? The priest, the brethren, the celebrating community, which has interiority, will spontaneously follow what the Holy Spirit wants. When that is lacking, other things come into the vacuum, and we know what they are. So let's work on the problem, the actual problem, which could also be our problem. There was a word once heard deep in a soul, a word that came from yonder skies, a word to calm all words, wherein at last the whole of all e'er said or thought was strangely heard. And kneeling in the night, where unchanged ears pass yet unhurried on, I hear it come again in ancient power. For many tears in vain were lost. In lands far, far from home. For I perceive that had this little sound been heard by many souls that hovered by upon the rim of being, peace ne'er found could neath the bounds of thinking have stood nigh. For all is here upon a truth, the all of truth, the all, for all sharp words were small